Okay, we're back. This is God Lily, and we're at Mike Brown's house. Mike, our political analyst, and he's also a historian. And we're talking to Mike, and he was giving us some facts on the healthcare. So we're going to go back to, and what number were you on now, Mike? What was the...
Yes, the last amendment, that's number 6. Okay, and this is probably one of the most important ones. Well, all of them are very important. This one, which hits home to a lot of other people. Number 6, it removes insurance company barriers to receiving emergency care and prevents them from charging you more because you're out of network.
Oh, that was so good, because you know I had that insurance, and if you was out of network and you have to go to hospital in another area, yeah, they didn't have to pay.
Okay.
Right.
See? Says you'll be able to get emergency care at a hospital outside of your plan's network without facing higher co-pays or deductibles.
Right.
Having to fight to get approval first.
Well, the situation I had, I got hurt on the job. All of a sudden, I had to be rushed to the hospital, and I went to a regular hospital. So they called, and it was a workman comp situation. So the hospital, the insurance said they wouldn't pay the hospital bill. Workman comp had to pay it. Workman comp wouldn't pay it if I didn't go to the hospital that I should. So I had to take like 4 shots of morphine. And then they wouldn't let me go home if I couldn't get up, and I was crippled. So I had to let them keep shooting me up till I could stand up and get in the wheelchair, and was able to get out the wheelchair into my husband's car. And that's what I had to do. And then I just went home and got well. I didn't go to another hospital. But I've been in that situation, so I know exactly what you're saying.
Yes. You know? And see, and these points about the healthcare reform are what people are not aware of.
And that's why we have you, the political analyst.
All that mouth about what they hate. All right, now. Ladies and gentlemen,
I know Mike is excited, but we're going to have to cut this off. And I know you're excited about getting more and more and more facts. But this is our sample show that we're doing. We're putting it all together on One Blunt TV. You're going to be seeing more of us. We're taking over Denver, and this is God Lily. And he's going to also, Mike is also a historian. He told me a story about that we thought that the Civil War, is that the Civil War, Mike?
Yes.
That was fought over slaves,
yes,
to free the slaves. And giving me a brief description of your historical background. Let them tell them the story of why the slaves was really freed. A little bit right there. We're going to go in deeper detail later when he comes back to us and give us more of history. But what was the real reason that war came about?
Okay. The purpose, the real reason for the Civil War in this country, you know, was economics, as all wars this country has. The economics at that time was, today is oil, at that time it was cotton, you see. The North had the industry, the South had the raw material.
So where did you get this information from?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I was homeless and I had a lot of time to spend in the library.
So now you equipped. so the homeless made your mind equipped, because you was able to read.
You know,
so they was actually fighting over cotton. So how did we come about with that to free the slaves?
Okay, now the Civil War was being fought for 2.5 years before the issue of slavery came into the picture. It was introduced into the picture 2.5 years after the Civil War was being fought, because the manpower of the Union Army was being depleted. And Lincoln, brilliant military strategist, he recognized the fact that a lot of these enslaved blacks were freeing themselves and taking it on the lam, and knowing that they were hunted and subjected to whatever whim that they would run across, what they'd be subjected to whatever whim by any of the Caucasians they would run across. Elected to defend themselves, and regardless of what uniform you were wearing, if you attempted to hamper them from their freedom, threaten them, their lives, or their families' lives, they return that threat by blowing their little heads off. And so Lincoln recognizing that fact, he said, well, hell, if these niggas will fight for their freedom that strongly,
might as well put them in my army.
Might as well have them in my army.
Okay, so now you got it, ladies and gentlemen, and this is Mike Brown, our historian, and he's going to come back with more interesting stories. He's also a political analyst on One Blunt Radio TV, and be looking forward to seeing him again. And he's single, ladies, a single bachelor with a head on him. God bless, Mike. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, good. Nice talking, Lily. See you next time.
All right.